Welcome back, guys, to another beer review. Next one up is I've just literally finished my second brew from the Pinter. It's a home brew thing, so I am going to do a review of the, what's it called now? Public House IPA, coming in at 4.2%, so they say. So any second now, I'll pause this. I've got my Pinter out there. I'll do a video of the pour, and then we'll come back in, carry on, and we'll take the review from there. So back in a tick, guys. Cheers. There we go. So here we are, just set back up, back in the dining room into the beer thing. So there we go, as I said, there is the beer in a glass. It's copper in colour, I would say, real copper orange colour, extremely hazy. We've got a 3-finger of Spacious off-white head. This was the first pour out of it. The pour seems to be very slow on the tap. They are actually improving that by all accounts. I've had an email today saying the new one's coming out in a few weeks. We'll have a new tap system. If it seems to be an issue, which I'm going to bide my time with this, see how this one goes. Maybe even video it, see what they think if it's slow. And they could, you know, if I've got a problem with my tap, they'll send me out a new tap to fit or fix, however it works. I don't know. So yeah, that's it. So this is the Public House IPA, like I said, 4.2% by all accounts. So yeah, I've done all the looks and that. Carbonation, I'm not seeing much there. I think there's a bit of sediment in the bottom, but to me that looks okay. So let's see what we get on the nose. Very sweet malty notes in there. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be like because I didn't keep the bottle, but I think that it is supposed to be quite sweet and malty, I think. Maybe sort of toffee, sort of caramel notes. It does smell very sweet. I've brewed this for the max time. What they actually recommend is 5 days brewing, and I believe it's 4 days conditioning, I believe. But I've gone for the max, which was 6 days. No, was it 4 and 3? 4 and 3, I think it is. I think what they recommend on the box is 4 days brewing, 3 days conditioning. But anyone out there that can correct me on that, if I'm wrong, correct me, not a problem. But I've gone for 5 days brewing, 7 days conditioning. 7 days is up. So, like I say, without further ado, let's give it a try, see what we get. I can see the carbonation coming up the glass now, actually, as it happens. It's a bit late saying that, but I can see it now. Nice taste. Nice taste. I'll bring up something up after. Body's average, not particularly heavy. 4.2% probably isn't going to be. It's quite sweet. Pretty much what you get in the nose, you're getting in the taste. It's quite sweet. It's quite malty. You're getting toffee, caramel sort of notes in there for me. You do get a little bit of hoppiness in there. Not much bitterness though. Very little bitterness. It's got all the flavour, but to me it lacks a little bit of bitterness. Well, it does lack bitterness. and it lacks the boozy taste, in all honesty. Now this is my point I was going to come to. There are some people out there who own the Pinter and they've done the ABV testing. I don't know what that shit is anyway. But they can test the ABV of the beer. And somebody said they brewed something for 4 or 6 days, I think it was, the Pilsner or something, or they brewed it for so long, conditioned it for so long, and they done all the tests on it, and it was like 1.4%. Now, when I done my Pilsner, the father-in-law tried it, and he said it didn't taste of beer. It didn't taste of any booze or anything, if you like. And it was supposed to be 5%. I mean, the bloke said, "Oh, you'd be lucky if you actually done it left it until it fermented. You might get it to about 4%." He also said at the starting stats, it's never going to reach 5%. So this would be a big concern to me, and whether it's any good or not. But I mean, what was this? This pack, I think the Public House Pale Ale is, I think it's about 12 quid, 12, 13 quid for that. And you get 10 pints out of it. So it's not expensive, but you do want something that is going to be what it says. Like I say, I think, if I remember rightly on the packaging, it did say it was malty, slightly sweet, a little hoppiness, not major hoppiness, with slightly hoppy with a light bitterness to it. Now, it is sweet, it is malty. There is a mild bit, there is a bit of hoppiness to it, and a very, very mild bitterness. But for me, it doesn't taste very boozy. Now, whether that's me, but I don't know. But taste-wise, it's actually quite nice. But as in percentage or booze-wise, I couldn't tell you. So all I can really do is rate this on the experiences I've had. The Pilsner was okay, but again, minimal sort of brewing and conditioning time I done. So I would like to try it further on, but I'd like to know how strong it actually is. And really, that's the main thing with this. This has had the max time. Don't get me wrong, it tastes nice, but I'm not. Is it a 4.2%? I don't know. So hopefully, some other people on the Pinter group will come out and maybe see what, come out with some results and see what it is. But as a drink, it's hard to tell because it really doesn't taste very strong. So I'd be interested to know the percentage. But I mean, does it taste okay? Yeah, I mean, it tastes perfectly nice. If this is how it should be, great. I would get it again. Real drinkable, real tasty. No sign of the percentage, as you can imagine. So yeah, so that's my review of the Public House IPA and the Pinter, and a few of my personal views as well. So anyone that's got the Pinter, I would recommend picking it up, as long as it's a percentage. That's all I can say. There's clearly an issue with the percentage of the beers. Is it worth it yet? In fact, it's worth. If you've got it, it's worth picking up and trying. Anyone who owns a Pinter, let me know what you think of it. Interesting to hear everyone else's views. But is this worth a purchase at the moment? A few boxes need to be ticked, I think, and a few questions maybe need to be answered on it. But so far, I'm not particularly disappointed with it. But I wouldn't necessarily rave and tell everyone to go out and buy one. I think it's definitely a case of trial and error to start off with. So that's it for this beer review. Thanks to everyone that subscribed. Thanks to all the new watches. Thanks to, excuse me. That's a good end to a video, isn't it? Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks everyone for watching. Ring the bell if you want to be notified when I've got a new video coming out. Don't forget, I'm hoping it's going to be a YouTube first, a brand new keg for the Blade tomorrow, beer review, so look out for that one. and I'll see you all again on another beer review very soon. Cheers.